Hey guys, it's me again, and today we've finally got another steam locomotive here that's just been completed. This one is also a very deserving one because it's my first ever Canadian steam locomotive, and now there are 4 operational steam locomotives on my layout. So, without further ado, let's introduce it. This is the Canadian National 7470 and 060 Switcher locomotive, which was originally a Grand Trunk Railway locomotive, but then became part of the CN when Grand Trunk merged into the CN. So this thing worked with the CN. It worked the rest of its life with the CN until retirement, and today it can be found operational on the Conway Scenic Railroad here. Which is specifically a tourist railroad. Anyway, I tried my best to keep this build as accurate to the real 7470 here. I mean, I also made this out a bit out of some scrap parts that I had left. We've got these driving wheels here. They were originally from the Hogwarts Express locomotive, aka Great Western 5972 Alton Hall, but eventually it fell apart in a huge accident, and felt too lazy to repair it, so I pretty much scrapped it. So I pretty much scrapped the entire thing right on the spot. Poor thing. Oh, bless me. Sorry about that. Anyway, so the boiler here, this is the only boiler material I had left, to make. The boiler material originally came from that 440 over there. I just switched out, all the black boiler parts, except for those here, and to create this thing here. I am gonna add those soon. I'm quite pleased with how it turned out originally. You can see I've had installed a bell here, and headlight here. It is a little raised on raised from the center a bit on the real 7470, but not that much. So I am gonna fix that soon. Also realized I gave it the wrong style headlight, but it's not that big of a deal because I can always just fix it later. I can just fix that in a snap right now. So, the tender also out here is the first ever tender of this design, because of these Canadian National style tenders. They tend to have this extra bit, poking out. Then again, it's a switcher; it doesn't need that much fuel. Well, the cab right here, it's quite a little, I do need to work on the cab a bit here, but I'm not, but at least it's functional, at least. While I am quite happy with this, with how this turned out, there are still a few things I need to, fix here, like, first of all, the length. If you compare this thing to the real locomotive, it does look very elongated here, which is a bit weird. So it's mainly due to the size of these drive wheels, from what I'm seeing, because these are XL driving wheels here. So I am going to fix this up pretty soon by ordering medium-sized driving wheels from Big Ben Bricks, and then just creating a smaller frame, for medium-sized driving wheels, and then once I've got that covered, I'm then gonna try to squish the boiler and oiler onto the new frame here. That also does mean shortening it out, to make it functional. I am also gonna take some pieces from that 440 over there to add for the other domes as well here. So, I'm also gonna I might add cylinders soon. But I decided not to add a piston rod movement because it was a little complicated for such, you know, we're such a compacted space right now. Bless me. Bless me. Anyway, so this is also the smallest North American tender ever. Like, you can literally see like very little space in between the tender wheel and the bogies, but either way, it still goes around curves properly. I mean, this is also my first ever switcher design locomotive, meaning that that it's only driving wheels, you know, no lead wheels or no trailing wheels or anything. I mean, at first I didn't feel like I would be able to accomplish this at first, you know, because normally what I'd normally do is attach the couplers to, or on my steam locomotives. Because I always attach them to the lead bogie, so pulling off this design was something new right here. But thankfully, however, this design still works, and I mean, you can see even though the coupler is sticking out a bit, it's still. Thankfully, however, the design still works so well, and I don't need to worry about the tender derailing when I go around curves. And and to prove the same thing for the front, by the way, I mean, I'm pretty sure they're equal amount of studs. I'm pretty sure that both ends are an equal amount of studs away from the end of the frame. But just to prove it here, I mean, you can see just how much it sticks out to the point where it starts to pull that bogie out a bit. But even if there was a lock on there, like, I mean, you can see even with the lock there, it's not even pulling the rear bogie off the rails. So, also, overall, even though it does look a little elongated, even though it doesn't look exactly like 100% like the real locomotive, at least it's still functional. At least, I mean, so either way, guys, hope you enjoyed that design here in this video. I look forward to updating this thing pretty soon, hopefully. I mean, but in the meantime, I still need to start working on my 1225 updates for my 1225 anyway, because it hasn't changed that much except for the stickers. Anyway, so anyways, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.